Well, I'm on the coast again, and I'm stopping in Half Moon Bay here to pick up a pass for a parking pass for the state parks. And also I just saw this barn here that's selling produce, so I'm going to stop in and see if they have any bananas. So no bananas, but I managed to get 4 beautiful Fuji apples. Okay, so I just got my annual pass here. It was like $125, which I didn't think it would be that much, but it's really worth it. So that enables me to go to a bunch of state parks or state beaches and park for free. So I've been going to places where they don't charge for parking, but this is going to open up a whole bunch of different locations here along the coast. So I'm excited to explore some different places. So I'm back at my usual favorite spot here, Pescadero, and I've been painting a bunch of 11 by 14s the last couple weeks. And so I have a good collection of 11 by 14s that I'm happy with. So I've decided it's time to come back to some of my favorite spots and do larger canvases. So today I'm going to be working on a 16 by 20 or 18 by 24. I'm not sure, but yeah. So I'm gonna get my stuff set up and give it a go. Okay, so I know I've explained my setup before, but I will do it again. Yeah, I've got my brush cleaner here with odorless mineral spirits. I just use Gamsol. And then as for brushes, let's see, I've got the Princeton 6300. It's a bright. I think this is a number 10. These are really good for panels. They also work well on canvases. These are Utrecht Tuscan series. This one is, I'm not sure what size it is, but it's a flat and it's synthetic. It holds a lot of paint. So a lot of times I'll use these for when I'm doing like a 16 by 20 or 18 by 24. And then I've got a variety of little, this is another 6300, Princeton 6300. But this one is smaller. I think it's like a 6 or a 4, I'm not sure. And as far as mediums, when I paint outside, I always use Liquin. I've got my little cup here for that. And Liquin's by Winsor & Newton. And got my brush holder here, which is made out of a little canvas bag that I made. So anyway, that's my setup. Just the usual deal here. And I've got my Anderson easel, which I just showed you setting up. So I'm going to do a sketch and get started. Okay, so it got cold out here. The wind picked up and the clouds came in. So I have no idea how this turned out. Definitely out of control. But towards the end, there were some things that started to look good, but as usual, I'll have to get it home and see how it looks. But it was pretty nice till the wind picked up. Man, it got cold. Well, I'm all out of bananas, so I decided to stop at this fruit stand and see if they've got any, because I'm sort of craving, well, I usually have a smoothie every day. Well, I sort of hit the jackpot. I don't know if you can see this, but all right, so it's good to get out there and break the ice on doing larger canvases again. There's a few things that I think worked in this painting. Overall, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the composition. I kind of like this sort of S pattern leading off into the back here. But there's some things that I do like. I feel like there's a good feeling of light around these rocks here, the shadows. Those sort of violet or purple shadows kind of create a feeling of light. I like the wave too. It's kind of, you know, some thick brushwork on there. This area in here, there's some interesting brushwork as well. So there's a few things I like about it. Like I said, overall though, it always comes down to composition, and that's where I'm sort of on the fence. The thing about the seascapes is I don't want the compositions to be too tidy. It's like this balance between sort of chaos and organization, and I don't want it to be too tidy and too organized. I like there to be, you know, especially because the ocean is so active and there's a lot of, it is sort of chaotic, so I want that to be reflected in the brushwork. One thing I said when I was out there, you know, was that I felt like I was out of control a bit, and I always feel like that's the case with these seascapes because you know, the water's moving, everything's moving, so it's really challenging to try to decide, you know, in the moment what to capture and put on the canvas. So I always feel a little bit out of control, but feeling out of control is a good thing because that's when the magic happens, I feel like. And I don't know if any magic happened on this canvas. I think there's some stuff that's in here that's kind of interesting, and but yeah, overall though, I had a good time doing it. It did get a little windy and cold out there, but it was still, it's always fun. It's always nice standing out by the ocean and trying to capture what I see. So yeah, so I'll just live with this for a couple days and see if there's any changes I need to make. Okay, so as usual, let me know what you think in the comments, and thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next one.